Okay, guys, this video is something a little bit different. I've decided to put my money where my mouth is in terms of what we can do marketing-wise. So, what I've decided to do, and we'll soon see if this works or not, but I've decided to set up my own tour company. I obviously won't be producing the tours myself, but I will be more of a sort of reseller, so selling other people's tours. So I'm in the more process of thinking of what that theme could be, because I wanted to have a theme, what booking engine I'm going to use, do all the things that any business starting up within tourism is going to do, and then market it, and try and market it in a way to show you how to do these things and how it can work when you set up a business and how it can make money. So this is going to be a new video series. So stay tuned. We're going to post these up soon once we have the concepts in place. But we are going to set up a tourism company and we're going to market it and we're going to make it generate revenue and we're going to show you how to do it. Guys, how are you doing? Well, this is me just sitting at London Heathrow Airport, waiting to go to Arrival in Vegas. I'm looking forward to that event. But I've just had some lunch there. I went for a Yo Sushi, and that got me thinking into the theme of what I'm going to do with this tour company. So I've decided that the theme is going to be food and drink. So it's going to offer food and drink tours across. Well, at the moment, across the world. It might be specific destinations, but I'm going to do food and drink tours. So that's the theme I'm going to go with. All I need to do now is think of the name, and then also pick a booking engine that will cater for that. So if you remember, I said I'm going to sell other people's tours, so I'm looking more for like a marketplace that has lots and lots of food tours and drink tours on it, that I can then act as a reseller for them. So that'll be my next step, but the theme is going to be food and drink tours, so watch this space. So I thought we'd just quickly record here. Jessica pretty much accidentally came up with the name for the company that we're going to create. It's pretty much in passing. I was going to do a video of the team sitting down and we all come up with names, etc. But Jess just sort of accidentally came up with something which I love, and that's the name we're going to go with. So it's Food Drink Tour.
Fooddrinktours.com, yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty much in passing. Jessica was pretty much sort of saying, "Oh no, if people want to food drink tour," and I was like, that actually sounds quite good. So.
I think I was being quite sarcastic at the time, but it came out as a bit of a winner, and then Chris in his imagination just was like, oh, that's so good. I'm just going to look and see if that domain's available, and then it turned out, so we've got that one, and then we also bought one that we thought would be a confusion for people, so kind of like drink food tours as well, just to make sure that we had both of them.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want someone else coming along and then buying up a near identical name. Yeah. But it was a 10-minute conversation. But I guess it's easier for us because we know the industry. So not only do we know what's available in our local area, but we know what is going on. So we're able to kind of make quite quick judgments. Whereas in reality, if you were coming up with a name, you'd probably want to do some research into the area, do some research into competitor names, try and find something that was going to really say what you wanted it to say. But we're quite strong believers of say what the tour, what the company is, which I guess is how we came up with tourism marketing agency as well.
That's what it says in the tin.
Exactly. So in this instance, we were like, well, that really works. It works from an SEO perspective because it means that it's exactly what someone's typing in. It means that we're going to be better just automatically ranking wise. It works well as it flows off the tongue. It's very responsive. It's just what comes into our head. So therefore, we know that it's something that's quite easy for us to market later. So yeah, it was a gut instinct, but
yeah. And sometimes when you brand a company or come up with a logo, things that just come naturally like that is what tends to work best for a brand, and the most successful brands tend to be something as just as natural as that. So the fact that just came out of nowhere And like you said, as Jessica says, we bought a few domain names. Fooddrinktour.com is available, even fooddrink.tours was available, so we'll get things like that as well. So, but I think it's probably the .com I'm going to stick with.
Yeah, and then just arrange the others through redirects, which obviously will kind of come up in later videos as well on like setting everything up in domains, etc. So we'll certainly be kind of talking through that in a little bit more detail, but it's just something to be absolutely aware of. I heard a really funny story in the 80s where there was, you know, those phone companies where they phone up and it was like 0800 direct. It was doing so well that a competitor business came along and they set up 0800 operator. But what they didn't realise is that a lot of people were misspelling operator. So what the original company did is they went along and purchased the other name as well. So they were scooping up everything that was underneath that. So all the hard work that this second company had done, they were benefiting from. So that's why you're very sensible to go with looking at misspellings of that domain, looking at other ways that someone might, like, you know, you said it and then looking up it later on and they can't quite remember what it was. So just trying to make sure that you're kind of targeting everything, which is why we specifically bought a number of domains for it. It's not just misspellings. It's looking at, for example, UK English next to American English. The word travellers, for example, in the UK we have 2 L's, in America it's 1 L, so, or even colour without the U. So whatever you have in your names, always, if you're trying to attract more of especially if you're an English-speaking business, try and attract companies that internationally. Make sure you have, if you're buying domain names, trying to get the spelling for each, just to be on the safe side. So. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was a gut instinct. We've played around a little bit with some logos, and we're going to be doing a logo video very shortly on the team discussing logos.
So I'm in the process of looking at the logo side of things, which we'll come to shortly. Then we'll get the team involved, look at that, and then we'll show you even the processes of registering that with Companies House, and then registering the logo as a trademark, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to go through that whole process. But so I'll get my creative hat on. And try and create some logos for it. But
it's going to be a fun little journey. We're really excited about it. So just as a recap for those that are joining this video, we've set up a company to show that we can brand an entire website and create an entire website for the tourism market industry, which is our specialty. And this is the kind of the first step on that road. So we've already done some initial research, just kind of like seeing what competitors are out there, etc. And then this is kind of the next step. And then from there, it's moving on logo wise, setting everything up. So we'll kind of take you through that entire journey, and we'll be releasing weekly videos, weekly, bi-weekly videos of that journey, so that you can kind of follow along and you can see what steps you've already taken. So even if you're a well-established business, you might want to check into these videos later and just see how we're setting up things like the social media, what we're doing kind of strategy-wise. It might even be that you're more interested in the branding side and you want to see how because you're looking at doing a rebrand, etc. So this should be a very informative kind of guide all the way through, with just our thoughts and ideas as we've gone and how we got to where we are. So it's quite fun.
So let's move on to the design side of it and see what we come up with that. So till then, see you soon.